Hey guys, it's James with Gamecast. Tonight I'm going to be bringing you a video specifically about Amiibos, and I guess more specifically about custom-made Amiibos. Now everybody's been posting on the internet their personal customized Amiibos, whether it be a Light Armor Samus, Metal Mario, Ice Flower Luigi, or any of the tunics that Lynx has. And from what I can tell, a lot of people are really unsure as to where to start, how to start, and coming from someone who personally has no artistic abilities whatsoever, I can't draw a circle with a compass, a straight line with a ruler, just to give you a little insight into that. I figure maybe I could give you a couple pointers that kind of helped me get started into making some of the custom Amiibos. Now, some people are doing custom Amiibos where they're sculpting or they're just altering the sculpt of the figure in general, but mine are just going to be painting at the current moment because, like I said, I have literally almost no artistic ability whatsoever. For any of you who don't know what an Amiibo is, maybe doing a quick Google search wouldn't hurt, but you could also check out one of my favorite subreddits on Reddit. It's /r/Amiibo. Everyone there is very friendly, very helpful, and they'll basically give you the how-to on everything that has to do with Amiibos. Where to find them, when pre-orders are going up, when pre-orders are down, where the exclusives are, who has the best deals, customizability, display options. I mean, the whole 9 yards. This is a wonderful community, and it is, like I said, one of my favorite subreddits. I would highly suggest subscribing to this specific subreddit. Stop being a lurker. Everyone's really friendly. I'll post a link right up here, and then you guys can check it out. I do hope you find me on there, and you find some of the other wonderful, Redditors. But more specifically, as far as the Amiibos are concerned, what I see a lot is people customizing them, painting them, sculpting, completely redesigning the figure itself. And like I said earlier in the video, I have no artistic talent whatsoever, but I have a lot of patience, and I used to paint models, War Machine, Warhammer, just those little miniatures, and it progressed to this. There are a couple of them that I don't want to paint. Some of them I just want to leave the way they are. But there are others that I do. The Amiibos that I decided to paint myself were the Yoshis at first because I love Yoshi's Island and it has all the different color Yoshis in it. So, I just started out with the purple Yoshi, and then I went to the black Yoshi, then a blue Yoshi, then a light blue Yoshi, and I'm currently painting for a friend a purple Yoshi. Also, I decided I would make Danky Kang. So, me and my editor are currently working on Danky Kang, and as you might be able to tell, he's coming out pretty nice. Also, I must apologize for the footage that I'm going to use for this video. I took a time-lapse of me painting this specific Yoshi, and I didn't realize that my camera was vertical, not horizontal, because all video should be shot in horizontal, not vertical. So, you have to bear with me, but while that video is playing, I'm going to be doing a little bit of explaining and showing you some of the things that I used to paint these Yoshis. So, without further ado, I'll give you a close-up of these after. Let's dive in! Now, before you get started, you're going to need your Amiibo. You're going to pick which one of your favorite Amiibos are you going to customize. So, for mine was Yoshi. So, I picked Yoshi, and I decided I'm gonna paint him, I don't know, we'll go with red. So while I'm painting Yoshi, you're going to want to find all the spots that you don't want paint on, and this is very important because getting paint on is easy, getting paint off, not so much. So once you figure out just how you want your Amiibo painted, this is where the art starts. Now I'm going to suggest a flat brush for those parts of your Amiibo that have a lot of surface area that the thin-tipped brush really isn't going to, accomplish a lot. Really, you're only going to use that after you put down a couple layers of paint, but your biggest one, and the one that I would suggest you be the most frugal with, is going to be your fine-tipped bristle brush. If you can, find the best one that you can, spend a couple bucks on it, and take care of it, because that is going to allow you to get into all of these little creases that are on the Amiibo's body that pretty much make or break a seamless paint job. So fine-tipped, flat-tipped, anything else is really up to you. I used a couple different brushes, multiple different flathead brushes, multiple fine-tipped bristles, and it all worked for me. I have a lot of this stuff lying around my room because of cosplay, because of miniatures, so if it's a little bit out of your budget, don't worry, you only really need those 2 brushes. Alright, so next you're going to need the paint. So, take your pick because you're going to have a lot of options. Me personally, I started using the Simply acrylics. They're like $1 something at Walmart's. I think they're very nice. They're very smooth. I used it on the black Yoshi, the blue Yoshi, and the new purple Yoshi, as well as the Donkey Kong we are currently making. Like I said, they go on very smooth. No bristles in the paint itself. No bubbles. Overall, I like it. Kind of looks like the actual, original paint on the Amiibo. But you can also use these. They're just Americana acrylic paints. They're like 99 cents or something. They work really well. Some of them have gloss. You'll want to check the paint specifically if you want your Amiibo to shine, if you want it to not have the shine, so you'd want a matte finish or a glossy finish if you want that shine. Personally, I like them without it, unless you're painting something like a Samus or, metal on like Marth or something. You'll be fine with just these. Next, you're going to need some lighting, because getting into the tiny crevices of these Amiibos is going to be pretty difficult in a dimly lit room. So what I like to do is I like to have a work lamp next to me, and I just go to town with this light. It's kind of bright and it gets really hot, so you want to be in a kind of a well, ventilated, aerated room, just so you don't overheat. And basically it's about comfort, because you're going to be doing this for a little bit. It takes a little, anywhere between an hour to 6 hours to paint an Amiibo, depending on how detailed you want to make it. And some things that you might not know you need, but honestly are really helpful: masking tape, painter's tape, the blue paint that you can get at pretty much any store. Comes in really, really thin reels. You'll want that, not only to cover the base, because you don't want any of the paint dripping on the wonderful base of the Amiibo, but for Yoshi, he's got white on his cheeks and his belly, and he's got the white on his shell, so on and so forth. You're going to want to put that masking tape in places that you don't want the paint to run, or if you accidentally mess up, that painter's tape will save your life. Or if you don't have painter's tape, if you have something like clay or Play-Doh, that works as well. If you're really ballsy and you're really confident, you can just kind of freehand it. That's what I did, but I shake a lot, so I had like a heavy bag on my arm, one propping the arm holding the Amiibo up, so it was a mess. I don't recommend it. I just recommend using the masking tape, because then you can take it off and touch it up and you'll be good. And lastly, something that it works for me, I use toothpicks. And why do I use toothpicks? Because in the event that you do get paint on the surfaces that you don't want, a toothpick can scrape away that paint really quickly, and you just, put it in some nail polish remover, and it takes the paint right off. You can also put the Q-tip in the nail polish remover and actually put it on the Amiibo very gently, and it'll take any of the excess paint that it's not desired off. Something that you can add to the list: nail polish remover. Most people who have a female in the house will have one, or a male. I don't judge. So there you have it. Basically everything you need to start custom painting your own Amiibos. Like I said, it's not really difficult. I mean, it is a daunting task to take on, especially if you're trying to do something like if you were going to custom paint Marth or Captain Falcon. There's a lot of detail that you could possibly mess up, or there's a lot of details that you could possibly miss. But just start with something easy. Kirby, Mario, Yoshi. They're really easy to do, and I mean, pretty much anybody can do it, unless maybe you don't have hands. But at that point, probably not playing video games. And there you have it. Pretty much everything you need to get started painting your own Amiibos. Like I said, it's not really difficult. Anybody who has a pair of hands, a paintbrush, and an Amiibo can, you know, get started on this. Just pick an easy Amiibo. Pick Mario, Kirby, Yoshi, and it doesn't have to be based on anything. Your custom Amiibo could look really awesome if it was like tie-dye Mario. I don't know. Art is in the eye of the beholder. So if anybody tells you that your custom Amiibo isn't up to par, they're probably wrong. Unless you completely just cut your Amiibo off and it's just the NFC chip. I don't know. But I don't judge. So get started. If you don't think you can do it, I say you can. You know what? You should try it. It's not difficult. Thanks for sticking with me through this video on how to paint your custom Amiibos. If you liked the video, please, please, please like it, and maybe you can subscribe to our channel. Drop a comment below with maybe an imager link of, you know, your personal custom painted Amiibos. I would love to see them. I would like to do a future video where I show all the people who've commented on this video, or friends of mine who have painted their own Amiibos. You know, a lot of people are very self-conscious about their art, and, you know, I am too, but everybody can do this. So, like the video, share the video, comment with your own custom Amiibo. I want to see it because I love these things. They give me awesome ideas, and I want to, like, keep pushing myself artistically. And finally, check out that subreddit on Reddit called /r Amiibo. I'll see you there.